So it's 5:45 on Sunday morning. We have today the Hoka half marathon. Crystal is on her way over to mine. We start at 7 a.m. Crystal's not late for anything, but she has overslept her alarm this morning, so she's rushing here. Then by the time she gets here, we're probably gonna have to jog over to the start. I mean, luckily it's not far away, so we should make it on time, but yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit more of a rush than we had planned. My flat is a mess. It is also very empty. It's my suitcase there. So it's Sunday today and I leave Sydney on Friday, so yeah, I fly back to Manchester on a Friday night, so I literally have like bare minimal furniture right now. Crystal actually came over yesterday. We went swimming. And she helped me carry down a few bits of furniture yesterday, so pretty much in an empty flat. I'm sleeping on an airbed so that I can just deflate it on Friday and throw it away and not have to worry about trying to get rid of the bed on the last day. We went swimming and we swam 1.4 kilometres non-stop, so that is the most we've ever done, and that is the distance of my triathlon in Salford in July, so it's good to know that I can finally do that distance. We have to do it, the pool is usually 50 metres, but they've split it off, so it's 25 metre pool, so oh my god, the number of laps we have to do, I just keep worrying that I've lost count of the laps, but to be fair, my time did seem in line with doing 1.4 kilometres, so I think I managed to count correctly. Anyway, yes, half marathon today. I don't have really a goal in mind. Well, I do. I want to beat my previous time from a few weeks ago, which was 1 hour 53, but the thing with that one, it was a very flat route, and this one is known for being hilly, so I'm not sure if I will be able to do that, but because I didn't really push myself too hard on the last one, I'm hoping if I do give myself that extra push, then I will be able to beat my time, but I guess we will see. I do have the Manchester half marathon coming up in 2 weeks. It's a week after I get back to Manchester, and that is meant to be, well, I have done a different half marathon in Manchester, but I think it's very similar, and it was pretty flat route, so if I don't beat it today, then hopefully I will beat it then. But yeah, I'm going to try and go for it today and then see how it feels. It's meant to be quite a sunny day today. Obviously it's still quite dark outside right now, but it will be getting light soon. Not too hot, so hopefully it'll be good conditions, and yeah, I guess we'll see how we get on.
How you feeling, Dave? Give us a run through of the...
I'm just glad to be on the YouTube channel.
That's great, glad you made it here. Yeah. This is it, you've made it now.
The problem was more enough for me to get onto
YouTube. Okay, well done, congrats then, here you are. Ellie smashed it as usual, despite the broken toe. Not quite a PB, but close enough. The hills were a lot. The hills are a lot. How did you go? I did a PB as well. PB? Yeah, well done. Mine's not PB, but it was very hilly, so I'll take it. Dave has just signed up for Tough Mudder 15k, is it?
15k, 6th of September, so if any of you are around that day, then it will.
Have you done one before?
No.
No? Well, here we go. Try it out. He's going to sign up for the triathlon. Dave's going to take my hand-me-down bike. He's going to be a hand-me-down furthest. And next triathlon. Well, after you open water swim.
I'm actually creating a rival YouTube channel. It'll be my triathlon.
Try Dave. Yeah, well, we're on a few drinks down now. Are we going to the gym in the morning?
Yeah.
Are we?
Are we?
I don't know.
I don't think we are.
Usually. Monday.
We are as well, okay. If we are going to do the gym, I think we need to be off.
Okay, maybe. I've got 4 days left. Monday, Tuesday. 5 days left in Sydney. Not long. And then I've got the Manchester half marathon when I get home. So I'll hopefully go for PB then. Well, someone 50 this year, maybe not next week, 2 weeks time. It is flat. So last track session tonight. This is not a very good view. Last track tonight. So, a warm night. Actually, it's like 27 degrees. Well, probably not now, but it's been hot today. We both got chafe from Sunday, so that's quite painful. I've got 8 times 800s, faster than race pace. How fast are you gonna go, Crystal?
Oh my god, 5 minutes.
No, that's not.
That is fast for me.
Not, that you can do faster than that. Sub 5, I think you need to aim for.
Okay. What about you, Lauren?
I'm gonna go for sub 4:30.
Ooh, that's fast.
Yeah. This is my last night in Sydney. I've just been out for dinner with Ellie, and Ellie's friend from home with Bex, so my friend now, since we've both been in Australia. Oh my gosh, it's such a bitter-sweet feeling because I'm so excited to go home and see everyone. I've not been home since August last year, so it was like 8-9 months, and then before that I hadn't been home for like 18 months, so yeah, very excited to go home. But I finished up work today, so this week has been so stressful because I've been working up until today, been so busy at work, and then obviously trying to do like a bit of a handover. It's been, yeah, it's just been a crazy week. At the same time, trying to sort the flat out to be able to, obviously my lease ends on Friday, so trying to get rid of all the furniture. I literally have this airbed now that I am sat on. This is all I have left in the flat. I have no fridge or anything like that. I've managed to get rid of it all. And then I fly tomorrow at like 8:45 in the evening. So it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. I'm still gonna get up early and go to the gym with Ellie as we normally would, just because I do still have a lot to do. I am pretty much packed, but it's just obviously things that I need like tomorrow. Then I also just need to do a little bit more cleaning in the flat, just so I'm ready to give the keys back. So that's why I'm gonna get up early, even though no, I'm gonna regret it when my alarm goes off. Also need to go for a run, so I'm still following this High Rocks program, and you know, I'm 3 weeks out from High Rocks now. Pretty much, yeah. By the time I get home, we're 3 weeks out. So I still want to keep that up as much as I can. So obviously Saturday's gonna be right off because I am traveling all day. But I want to do as much as I can tomorrow, and then I'm hoping on Sunday, obviously jet lag dependent, I'm going to try and go for a run at home. I do not expect it will be fast at all, but I'll try and do what I can. When I have travelled back and forth before, I've been pretty lucky, like I haven't suffered with jet lag, so I'm hoping tomorrow is going to be the same. But tomorrow, whatever, the days are all mission now, because I set off here on Friday night. I actually land, it works in your favour this way round, so I set off in Friday night, but I'll land in Manchester Saturday afternoon, so I don't really lose that much time. When I came back here last time when I went home in August, I set off on Saturday morning in UK and landed here Sunday night, so I literally spent my whole weekend on a plane. So I wasn't happy about that, but at least I'll still get a weekend at home. It's so strange thinking, like, making plans. Like, my mum was messaging asking what I wanted for tea on Saturday. It's just mad to think I'm going to be at theirs on Saturday. So yeah, it's a weird one, but I am very excited to go home, and I do think it will hit me once I've been home for maybe a couple of days or a few weeks, like what I have obviously left here. But right now the excitement is overweighing anything like that. Yeah, I am ready to go to bed now because I am knackered from this week, and this is the last chance I'm going to get sleep in a bed, even if it is their bed, for the next, what, once I'm up 30 odd hours, more 40 hours maybe. So, well, yeah, probably going to be 48 hours really, because even when I land in Manchester, I'm going to have to try and stay awake in order to beat the jet lag. So yeah, pretty much 48 hours now without bed, so I'm going to enjoy this sleep as much as I can. This is it, my last few hours in the day. The flight is empty. Every time I have a video, I've taken my sleep taker down with the flight already. He's ready to go. I got to drop my keys off at the lab with the agent. So yeah, this is what I'm turned out my mind. It looks like I it's just pissing me now that I'm leaving. Like, I've been so busy all week that I haven't
even had time really to think about the rest of that. Oh yeah, I'm leaving Sydney. I'm just so excited to go home and see everybody. I think that is awesome. Just kind of overriding any sadness I feel right now. I think just really, when I get home, I will be so glad to move there. Just do look at it, but it's just time to go home and that was all. I was very ambitious today. I planned to go for a run this afternoon, but I have not stopped. I've done over 90,000 steps and all I'm doing is going up and upstairs and rubbish and oh god, yeah, I'm glad that I'm nearly done. I will honestly by the time I sit on that plane, I'm gonna be ready to fall asleep and I'm just finally gonna be able to relax. Like this week has been so crazy. It's been exhausting, it really has. So yeah, I'm glad I finally got to this point for my empty flat. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna head over, drop my keys off, and then make my way to the airport. And then just gonna 24-hour flight back to Manchester.
Oh my god, I just checked in and my suitcase was 10 kilograms over. I'd paid for 35 kilograms and then I knew it was going to be a little bit over, but I thought maybe I'll get away with it if it's only a few kilograms. I put, which was meant to be my light suitcase, on the weighing, and that was like 18 kilograms, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so over. And then she was like, yeah, you're 10 kilograms over, and I was just like, there's nothing I can do, I can't take it out, I'm moving home, I need to take all my stuff. And she was like, I said, how much is it? She said, $900. I said, I was like, oh my god, like, just for, I could have paid for nearly another, I couldn't, the flight's blooming expensive, but I was like, that's literally half price of my flight. And then she's like, the best I can do is just charge you for 5 kilograms and it'll be $400 something. So I was like, yes, okay, thanks, I'll do that. And I was like, oh, I massively appreciate it, but I can't believe how much money it just cost me to check it. And then I went to KFC and my card declined. Because obviously I wasn't expecting that money to come out of my account, so that's a good start to the journey. But yeah, I'm checked in now anyway, hoping they're not going to weigh my hand luggage because that is also so heavy, so hopefully actually boarding the plane isn't going to cost me another $400.
Welcome to Manchester. It's Sunday now, so I landed yesterday, yesterday afternoon. The flight really wasn't that bad. Like, I was really dreading it for ages. I feel like this is always the case. Like, I really dread it, and then it's really not too bad. Because it was night when I got on Sydney time. And I was absolutely knackered, so I actually did. I always say I can't sleep on a plane, but when it is a long haul flight like that, I guess you do. It's impossible to stay awake that long. So I did sleep back quite a bit, even though it was very broken sleep. It was literally probably like 20 minutes at a time, then I'd wake up and be really comfortable and then fall back asleep. But on my second flight from Doha to Manchester, I had a full row to myself. So I had like my proper pillow with me for my bed. So I literally just lay down and I probably got about 3-4 hours sleep there. So then when I got up in Manchester, like, I felt alright. I mean, at one point my dad to say, oh my god, I can't believe how like awake you are. I was like, well, I did have a pre-workout when I got off the plane. Obviously I took some of that with me because I don't drink coffee. So obviously a normal person would have a coffee and I don't like it. So I just had pre-workout in the in the place of one. But anyway, I'm straight back into things now. So I went for a run this morning. I was quite late, so it wasn't like morning. So I mean, the weather's great at the minute, but it was very hot this run. And I felt stupid being like, oh my god, it's hot when I've just been in Sydney. But I also would try to run early in Sydney knowing that it would be hot. Anyway, yeah, it was, my goal was I was meant to do a 70-minute run, but I'd thought out this route in my head that I thought it would be around that time. And then when I set off, I was like, no, I'm going to take a shortcut because this is feeling hard right now. Well, I am on my way to my old gym. So I'm going to try and join up again. And then I'm going to go for a swim there. I went to this gym for years and I think I probably used the pool about 3 times previously. So I will definitely make more use of that this time. And yeah, I'm off work tomorrow. I am picking my niece up from school, which I'm so excited about. She's 6, so I have seen her since I left, but when I left she was 3, and now she's 6, so I've literally like missed half her life. So definitely have to make it up to do that. So yeah, I'm very excited to pick her up from school. And then yeah, I'm back in work on Tuesday, so no messing about. I mean, people keep saying to me like, why are you going straight back to work? Why not give yourself some time off? And I'm like, well, for one, it's not like I'm on holiday, I've just come back home, haven't I? Like, what am I going to do with this time off? Like, all my friends and everything will be working. But also, I'm like, do you know how expensive Sydney is? I could not afford to live there and not be paid, so this is why I've been working and not giving myself any time off. But also, I have a lot of holidays booked for summer, so I don't be wasting time off now when I've got plenty of things to come. So yeah, straight back into it. But so far feeling okay with jet lag. Hopefully that will continue. And yeah, I guess for me it's like I've never left now, but straight back to Manchester life.
It fits, but it's absolutely roasting. I mean, that's a good thing because the water's probably going to be freezing.
So I've just been for my first open water swim. I actually really enjoyed it. I was so nervous beforehand. When I drove over, I thought, oh my God, I feel sick. I was like, why am I doing this? I thought, this is the end of my triathlon career. I'm going to do it and I'm going to hate it. And then I've just wasted my time even bothering trying to train for this. But before we got in, he was saying like, oh, is there anything you're worried about? Whatever. And I was just like, am I worried about how cold my feet are going to be? Like, I'm really not good with, dealing with the cold. I've still got the goggles marks on my face. And I was like, I bought some of the like boot things that are like made out of the same wetsuit material. And I was like, I felt a bit of an idiot taking them. So I took them with me, but I need to take them over to the water edge where we were having like an introduction to it. And then I did say like, oh, I'm worried about how cold my feet are going to be. And then since such a sunny day today, it's been like 28 degrees or something. So it's been really hot. But then it was 7 p.m. we were doing that swim. So obviously the sun was starting to go down. It was still warm, but when we were stood in the shade, I was thinking, oh my God, my feet are already feeling cold. So, but before we got in, I was like, oh, can I just run and get these boots? I was just like, I'm just scared at how cold I'm going to be. So I put them on. And then when we were walking into the water, like, it's like a ramp, and I was somehow ended up being the one in front, and I was thinking, oh God, why have I done this here? And she didn't well, I don't know if it's fair. I don't know if she didn't explain it well, or I wasn't listening properly, but I didn't realise the ramp just comes to like a drop off. So I thought it would carry on like going down gradually, and I got to the end of it, stepped off and just like fell into the water. But to be fair, it probably was a good thing in the end because it just made me get in quicker. But it really was nowhere near as cold as I thought it was going to be. So, the wetsuit really just keep you warm and the shoes are keeping me warm. But even so, like, she was saying, the instructor was like, you need to all let water into your wetsuit because it will get in. And there is meant to be water in the wetsuit. But she's like, if you don't get any water in and then you swim in and then the water gets in midway through your swim, like that's when you could like go into shock. So you have to let the water in, and that did feel cold, but honestly, it's so manageable. It is May now and it's been a really hot weekend. I think like obviously I haven't been in Manchester, but everyone has said that it has been really sunny the last few weeks. So I guess the water was a bit warmer because of that, but even so, it's still very early on in the season. Like, I think when it does get a little bit warmer, it's more like July, August time. So yeah, I feel like I'm really impressed that I could manage that. It was cold when the first I headed, and obviously I've never swam over water at all. So, I was shocked that like you literally can't see a thing. It's just pure blackness underneath when you stick your head under. So she was trying to teach us how to like have a look while you're swimming. Which I wasn't very good at, but I haven't been very good at anything to start with, to do with swimming. So I guess that is just like everything else, just a bit of practice. So I'm going to try and go. They do sessions Sunday and Tuesday. I literally have busy Sundays every weekend for ages now. I have the Manchester Half Marathon this Sunday. So I'm going to try and go next Tuesday, and hopefully I can try and make that a weekly thing now up until the triathlon. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. Do you know when you come away from somewhere and you think, oh, I had a really good time there, and like I'm excited to go back. So honestly, not how I expected the evening to go, but yeah, that is great news. And yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, very excited to go back next weekend. I'm feeling very positive about the triathlon now. So I forgot to say, oh my gosh, it's so easy swimming in a wetsuit. I can't believe how much it makes you float. Like, you literally could just float in it. Like obviously you can float on your back, but you could just like be vertical in the water and you would float. So I was really not expecting that. So when you're swimming, oh, it's so easy, because you don't even have to worry about trying to make, obviously, yourself stay up, like, floating. You just have to move your arms and your legs. Oh my god, I loved it. So good. I mean, I wish I could wear a wetsuit in this pool. I feel like if I'd gone straight into open water, that would have been easier to learn to swim than just teaching myself in the pool. So yeah, the open water is, other than the fact that obviously I would not do it in winter, open water is the way forward. So much easier. Can't wait. Oh my god, I want to be so fast. I'm probably not, but could be. Who knows? It was the Manchester Half Marathon yesterday, and it was such a good day. My time was decent. I did it in 1:53:35, which I've still not checked if that is quicker than when I did the Nike one in Sydney, but it's very similar time. And my Strava just show it as a PB of 1:52:58 or 59, literally just under 1:53. But I mean, that's just obviously with the distance never fully matches up, does it, with the GPS? So I don't really know if I can claim that, but it looks good on my Strava. Anyway, my taper was not the best before, which I always knew would be the case, because I'm obviously now less than 2 weeks out from High Rocks, so I didn't really want to pull back my training too much. Obviously, I was still getting over the travel, even though I did feel alright, like, as in, like, I could sleep fine. I didn't feel particularly tired throughout the days, but everything did feel hard at the gym. I also went to the park run on Saturday, which obviously would not usually do, and might maybe do a little bit of a easy run the day before, but I wouldn't have done a park run. The park run that I do is pretty hilly. But my dad was doing it. We thought I would go to the park run together when I went to Sydney, so that would be nice to do. But oh my god, it's so hard to do an easy run, especially when you are a bit competitive. It was, yeah, I wanted to do about 30 minutes, and ended up doing about 28 minutes. And especially towards the end, when people are like speeding up because they're nearly finished, it was really hard not to speed up. And they have paces at the park run, I do. The 28-minute, whoa, someone just pulled out. Not even said sorry, anything crazy, man. Yeah, they have paces, and that's through with my train of thought. Yeah, the 28-minute pacer was in front of me, and he was like, come on everyone, speed up, you'll get to 28. And he just kept looking at me, and I was like, I don't want to be like, I'm only doing an easy run. But at the same time, like, I didn't want to do a sprint finish. I'm just going around the corners. Back. Yeah, so anyway, my table wasn't great beforehand. So I do feel quite positive that I could actually knock a good chunk of time off my half marathon. When I have like a proper lead training, like, I don't know if I'd ever do specific half marathon training, but maybe more specific than it just kind of being an add-on to my high rocks training. But less than 2 weeks out from Cardiff, I don't know how I feel. I am nervous for it. This is really my full last week of hard training. So I have been to the gym this morning, did only do upper. Ideally would have had a little bit of a rest after the half marathon, but I just don't have time for it. I want to hen party this weekend, so that is going to be a lot of drinking. My goal is to try and go for a run the Saturday morning, but the 10 party starts on Friday night, so who knows if I will actually make that. I think I've got very little chance of convincing somebody to come with me. but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I've got my open water swimming session tomorrow. This is not like a lesson like I did last time, so just kind of being left to myself to